I'm going to talk about news analytics. So first about me. So I'm from Kerala, a southern tip of India, and you can see there in the map. And I'm having 10 years experience in IT industry. I worked as a software tester from the start. Then I moved to test analyst, automation specialist, performance testing, security testing. Then I became test lead. And the next role was manager, which I was not looking forward for. So by 10 years, I understood like, okay, I'm done with my software testing. I have to try a new career and what not other than data analytics. So here I am doing my master's in Queen's University in data analytics. And that is my first company, Infosys. So that's one of the second largest IT providers in India. And we have around 150 branches across the world. And the next one was UK-based company here, RM Education. So we basically provide education solutions to UK schools, mostly in Scotland and England. Around 7,000 schools are being served by RM Education. I'll come back to that in a bit because I want to explain my first project which I have done in data analytics in my company. And then we'll go back to news analytics, which is what I'm going to explain. And first, let me tell you like why I choose this particular subject. So as a student in Queen's University, we have 3 months placement project, and I'm working with analytics engine. It's just like bit of like 5 minutes travel from here. It's in Chlorine Gardens, and I was working as a part-time employee from March, and now I moved to internship. So I'll be doing 3 months internship in analytics, news analytics. That's why I chose this particular subject, and this is my first ever conference. That's about me. So this is the agenda for today. So first we'll look what is news analytics and NLP. And what exactly is text analytics. So you'll be confused like I'm talking about news analytics and then I'm telling like NLP and text analytics. So it's the same. So news is having text, and text analytics is where we'll be doing the analysis of it. And then we'll be telling about the database approach or data science approach. So what I have done is the database approach will be the approach which I have followed in my project. And it's only 1 month of experience I'm having in news analytics. So I'll explain the process which I have followed so far and what is the future for it and the conclusion. So why news analytics? So we have heard of data analytics, but have you heard of news analytics? No? Okay, so let's see why news analytics. So every day, that's me, my ideal situation. If I am early, I'll have a cup of tea or coffee with news, either a newspaper or online news. And my current hobby is to watch BBC NI News. It's amazing. Basically, I look forward for weather and maybe some sports. So I'll have an update on those things. And the hot topic, Brexit. And then, so that's one part of me. The next one is the current technology, the current trend in technology is data analytics. Because technology is emerging and we have data everywhere. And now due to the advanced technologies like news analytics and data science, we are able to do some analysis on the data we had. So why not combine these two, news and analytics? So that's how news analytics will come. And why is it important? So news, you'll see like maybe some news will have, if you are reading a newspaper online or physically, then you'll see like maybe sometimes the news content will be like huge, like maybe you have a single paragraph or multi-paragraphs with maybe like 500 words each. So it takes time to read entire content. So what news analytics will do is like it will take the entire content you are having and it will convert it into an abstract. So from maybe 1000 words or 5000 words, it will be converted into less than 100 words, which is easier, save time. That's what we are trying to do, like to be productive. And then, so we have social media. So this news will be everywhere. So people will comment on it. If it's required or not required, we just comment. So we'll see like for a particular news, suppose we can take like food poisoning or food adulteration. We'll go to that thing in a bit because that's the project I'm working on. So if you want to see like whether there is any news related to food adulteration, what you'll do is like you will search for it, you will get it in Google, like so many news will be there, you can go in there, you can type your comments. So what we'll be doing as in business, we'll take those message, all the details related to food adulteration, and then we can see what is the emotion of each and every person there. So that's what is called as sentimental analysis. That was one project which I have done 1 year back, so I'll explain a wee bit on that. And then the next bit will be like identifying the names or place, organization which are related to a particular news. I have a screenshot of it, so we can see that. So that part is called as entity recognition. And so once we do all these things like sentimental analysis and what all business is impacted or who is impacted, who is related to that particular news and which organization is associated to that particular news, then we can see like how it will impact our business or affect our business, or how we can improve our business through this. And then the same news we can use and see like how can I do in my stock market. So that's what trading and investment decision will be done through that. And for me, that's the last part, academics. So I can research on a specific topic. So my research topic is on food adulteration, which I'll come in a bit. Now, let's go to my current project and see what exactly is news analytics. So these are the steps which I am following. It may be different for others, but this will be a better approach. First, the thing which everyone will forget and which I'll be doing is, because I was a tester, always a software tester should have an idea about their product. There should be a domain knowledge and what exactly the application is. So that's why I included that as the first step, understanding the project. I hope you can see it. Yep. So first thing, learn the client. So what are they doing in their business and what exactly are the products? Maybe we can help them with our data analysis, so better understand the client. And domain knowledge. So news, so why news and what exactly are they doing with the news? So I am doing a project on news analytics for food adulteration. So I should know what is food adulteration and why the company is working on that particular thing, why that project. And the next important thing is you should know what exactly you have to do. You should have an idea about the problem statement. So what I am doing is I'll take the news on food adulteration. I have to basically create 2 models. One will be on topic modeling. That is where I'll be taking the entire content and get an like abstract of it. And the second one is country modeling. So which country is associated to that particular news. So these are the 2 things which I have to do. So this is my problem statement over there. And this is my project, News Analytics on Food Fortress project. So this is a collaboration between a research and industry, and it's led by Queen's University. And this project, what we are trying to aim is like get the consumer trust on food industry. So food supply chain is like emerging, like whatever is happening around us, and we have to make sure like with the current technologies like maybe blockchain or our analytics, we should be able to reduce the food adulteration which is happening. So that's what we are trying to do with this particular project. So once you have an idea about the project, what you can do is like you have to start with your project, and the first thing you need is data. and it's an open source data, so you can go to web, take the data. So that's what we are trying to do. So for getting data, what we have to do is we have to use some news connector. It's an API. With API, you will be taking the data, and then what you do is like when you take the data, you have to tell like, okay, I need all the news related to food adulteration. So my first step was to understand news API. It's nothing but a connection between my application and online news. So I'll tell my application will tell like, okay, I need some data, some news from online which are related to food adulteration. So that's what news API will be doing for me. It will be a connector. So I was trying with newsapi.org. So that's the first news API which will be available and everyone will be using. So I was so happy that when I tried, it was fine. Everything is coming fine. And then after like analyzing few data, I understood like the entire content is not coming. We'll be getting like maybe 300 records, 300 words will be coming. But if it's having more than 300, it will like trim the data, which is not I was looking for. Then I understood we have to pay to get the entire content. And the pay was something around $500 per month. So I kept it there. I was a bit sad. Then I was looking for a few more records, and then I found Google API. So we always believe in Google, right? So anything, we just Google. That's what we do. But again, it was, they stopped their support last year. So if I have any question, I have to answer myself, look for Stack Overflow. Maybe I'll get an answer, maybe I won't, because news analytics is a new thing, so I won't get much help. Then I was so lucky, and I am too good in Googling. I was able to find this particular web host IO. So that's the API which I am using. This is developed by an Israeli company, and their support, online support is massive, and it's too good. Like if I say hi, there will be a reply. At least one person will be there always. So 4 people will be there always in their online support. And I had so many questions. 2 weeks I was like putting all the questions I had. They were replying to me. They were developing code for me. It was amazing. And that was 1 month free trial which I had. And after that we'll be having like £35 per month. And you'll get all the data. And I'll show the data which I have pulled from there. And in API, the inputs will be like I can give published date. So from this date onwards, if something is published on food adulteration, then I'll be able to retrieve it. And these are the keywords which I have given in that API to get my food adulteration result. So once I get it, I have to start pre-processing. So it can be like, so when I get the data from API, it can be relevant to me, it may not be relevant. So I have to make sure like I have to classify it. And then I do some NLP, that is natural language processing, and news analytics basically, that's what NLP is. And I have to do some steps, tokenization, lemmatization, like I mentioned, entity recognition we can do, and then stemming. I'll explain all of it. So this is the data which I have received from our news API. So here you can see highlighted test. So that means if I have searched for food adulteration, and if you have that keywords, then it will be highlighted. So you can see like fraud is like highlighted. So that's why you will see that EM. So that's where it's been bold, and published date will be coming, and country. So by default they'll try to identify that country which is this news related to. Sometimes it's proper, sometimes it's not. So that's why we are trying to model our own country. And then we have the site from where they have fetched this particular news. And this is the news content which we'll be getting. So we'll be getting the entire content there. and the title of the news. So these are the data which we'll be getting, and we got so much of data other than this, like maybe how many Facebook likes are there, how many shares, and Twitter. So if you want to do sentimental analysis, or you want to check like what is the review you are getting, then you can use that particular bit of data. But my case, I want to have the news and the title. That's the only thing I needed. So I took only these things and started analysis. So first thing what we will do is like, we'll take one particular news. So from here we'll take the first news, and then so it's like it starts 19 hours ago. So what I have to do is like 19 divide hours divide ago divide. So these are tokens. We'll take one by one each of the words, and then we do lemmatization or stemming. So you have to decide which one you have to do. So first I started with stemming because everyone do that. And then I understood that's not what I need, because sometimes it will change the meaning like this. So what my word was cards, but when I do the lemmatization, what happens is like it will go to root word for that particular word, but won't change the meaning. So I'll get card for lemmatization, but if it's stemming, instead of card, it will be car. So the meaning will change entirely. So that's the difference between stemming and lemmatization. So I decided like I need to get the correct meaning, so I use lemmatization there. So once you do lemmatization and then you do the tokenization, this is how you will be getting the data. So from that particular model, I was able to get two things basically, all the tokens. So I removed all the numbers which is of no use for me, and removed all the stop words. So those are the commonly occurring words like the, and. So all those things I have removed, and then I got some data like this. And here you will be getting all the 5 common words, 10 common words. So I can show some visualization. That's why I have created those things. It's again done using some simple coding. So once it's done, now we have to classify our news to relevant and irrelevant. So manually I was looking at each of the news first, because it's not labeled. Labeled means it should have some column where you have to mention it's relevant or not. One is relevant news, like it's related to my food adulteration. Then what I have done is I used a model called word to vect. So this is something like this. So now we have the tokens, each word is there. So each word will be passed into this particular model, and what it will do is like you can think about a black box over here. So you have your news in words, it will come here. So if you have dog, cat, chair, you will have some vector form, and it's having some 300 features. So for that I have used GenSim library, and the package I have used is from Google Train model. So that is having like 7 million words over there, and for each word you will have 300 words from this model. And same model will give many other things. So this is one of the other useful things. So I mentioned in the model like, give me some words which are similar to spices, and all of it gave like herbs, spice, cumin seed. So these are all related to spice. So these are already pre-built inside the Google, and I asked Google to give me something related to spice. This is the result I got. So it's amazing. Then I thought like, okay, I'm done with modeling, coding, all those things. I'll try some visualization and see like how it looks. The first picture was horrible, and then I did some more tweaking and it was better. So first I'll show entity recognition using Spacy. Displacy is the package which we'll be using, which is in Spacy library. So you can see this is one of my news, and this is the, all those highlighted ones are the entities which are recognized. So here you can see like Ramzan, person. Sometimes it identifies wrongly, but sometimes it's really good. Like you can see like here, PFA, it's our organization. So this one is a location. So they are trying to identify all the entities from there. And then this is the visualization I have done. This is a brand new kind of Python interactive web visualization package which we have. So what it will do is like I gave my entire data and I was asking it to do some like clustering between relevant and irrelevant data. So the blue ones are the relevant one and red ones are the irrelevant ones. So you can see like some cluster over here. So I can like separate it, and there also you will be seeing like blues are onto that corner. So it's kind of, we can split the data. And also one more thing was there, I couldn't take picture. So if you hover here, you will be able to see what news it is. So it's kind of pretty amazing tool, this one. And so that is where I am last day. So now what I have to do is I have to create some models for topic modeling. So I'll be extracting the abstract from my entire news content and what will be the country for which that particular news is associated to. So these are the things which I have to do. And it's a classification problem because I'm having ones or zeros. It's not continuous variable, so that's why I'll be using classification problem. And I'm doing a supervised learning. That means I have some data which is having label already, so I know it. So that's what supervised learning will be. And the models, for now, I'm thinking of using random forest or CNN or RNN. So I'll try all these models and see how it looks. So random forest is something like you have the entire data, you will be splitting the data. So maybe you can divide it into 3 or 10 or 100 or 1000. So you split the entire data set into multiple data sets, do the modeling in each of it. Then what you do is like you like vote, like okay, this model is good, that one is good. So you take a decision and then you will give the accurate result, like which one is having a better accuracy, that will be the model output. So that's what random forest is. Convolution network and recurrent is similar, but convolution is something like, just think neural network as you have an output, I mean input will be there, then you have a black box which is called as hidden layer, let it be a hidden one, we don't have to worry, then you have output. So you will pass your input which will be our tokens, it will do some kind of operation in your hidden layer and then you get an output with the relevant data which you are looking for. Is it relevant or irrelevant? So that's the output you will be looking for. So convolution, it will be a fast forward thing, forward feed it will be, there won't be any back tracing. In recurrent what happens is like in your hidden layer you will see like there is something going on. If something is going on, you will backtrace it, so back loop will be there. So that what it will do is like the neural network will be learning by itself. So RNN is the best one to use, but I won't tell it now until and unless I see the accuracy and see the confusion metrics and see like okay, all the data is correctly identified or not. So when we started with our online web application wherein we were getting negative reviews. It was due to slow internet connection. So let's see like whether the internet connection is fine, the application review will go up or not. It takes time, time matters, let's see how it goes. And everywhere we have data, so believe in data, try to use it. That's it, that's about me. Thank you.